Okay, second group name is Sakura. Sakura is tackling issue regarding irrigation in Bangladesh by a pump-up technology, applying traditional technology and seesaw mechanism. They're gonna present an innovative idea of pump can burst, irrigate, and trash at the same time. Please welcome with clap.
Good evening, everyone. First, allow me to introduce our group. We are Jackie and Akari from Japan, Sulaiman from Bangladesh, and finally Ashraf from Iraq, and I am Joanna from Colombia. So let's start with our thing here. We have Jamal's life. Jamal's life is a farmer in Bangladesh who is used to work with in rice fields because it's his main activity to maintain his family. So maybe the family members are like 14 to 15, and now they're using this machine. This machine, it is called, is a diesel pump that they are now using it to extract groundwater. This extracting of groundwater for irrigate the fields is an issue here because they have so many consequences, and the consequences are, you can see it in health because they have this developed an illness called arsenicosis. They have financial issues like increasing the price of rice because the field they have to pay to in order to operate that diesel pump. Also, there are the environmental consequences, like decreasing the water content, erosion, pollution the air, and they're consuming polluted water. This is caused because they have old technology and the geography of the village. Also, they have bad infrastructure, and they are not really interested in making another way to extract groundwater. So when let's imagine this is like the field they're going to irrigate. So when they use this pump, diesel pump to extract groundwater, the water is going down, down, down. So imagine that tree over there. The roots are not going to be able to feed itself, so it's going to create erosion, and also it's going to overwhelm the rice fields. Arsenicosis, this is like the affected areas by arsenicosis in Bangladesh. This is like a disease, you have burns in your skins. It is very toxic, and it is caused because of destruction of groundwater, which contain this metalloid. Also, they have been fatal cases in many times, and it is really an issue that is happening over there because of the destruction of groundwater. Well, the summary of each issue, we take a little case, for example. This is the Tangail that is in Bangladesh. There live 40,000 people, as Jamal, the farmer that I was talking about. When they have this problem, when they start to grow this water, in November to May, they extract this water because there are no raining months. Where this is happening? In Hilara village in Tangal district at Dhaka state in Bangladesh. What is the issue here? The excessive extraction on groundwater with diesel engineering. Why? Because ignorance of the people, the lack of encouragement for other methods, and the fuel expenses to transport water taken from the riverside to landlocked residents. So what's the solution? Maybe we can go with Jamal and tell him, why don't you try to find Aladdin's lamp to solve this? It is not easy. We are not magicians, right? So we are now proposing this innovative solution, which is the Deki pump. Deki pump, it is made of a traditional Deki is like a seesaw, as you can see here. They use right now the seesaw to smash rice to create powder and to do some other foods. So we are implementing this Deki with a pump to extract water from the riverside. Now we have civil engineer Sulaiman, who is going to explain the design of the Deki pump.
Hello everybody. So here comes the million-dollar question. Why is the Deki pump important, and how is it innovative, and how it works? Deki pump is a tool which is combined of the traditional Deki, which the villagers use every day to smash their rice and create powder to create different foods to eat. And along with it comes the technique of seesaw, And combining these two with some pistons and hose pipe, we are trying to extract water from the river and drive them to the canal to irrigate the paddy fields. So here is the dissection of the picture. Like the dheki pump is, with the help of the piston, it is taking water from the river and giving it to the canal and to irrigate the lands. And additionally, we have added a solar panel, like this is for the extra backup in the night time. So the solar panel will harvest energy in the day, and it can convert, and in the night time, it can also work as a 24-hour service. So this is how the design is innovative, by combining the traditional dheki and also the seesaw technique. So with this machine, the villagers can do two things at a time. For example, they can grind the rice, which they do every day in their daily life, and they can also extract the water from the river and take them irrigate paddy fields. So this is a schematic comparison of dheki pump before installing the dheki pump and after installing. While we are using the diesel engine, there is air pollution and the groundwater is extracted, so the level of groundwater is going low and low. So we can come off of this situation by implementing and installing the dheki pump near the riverside, and we can extract the water from the river and take it to the faraway paddy fields. And also we can collect the water and create a basin, and from which basin we can take the water from further areas from the river by installing another dheki pump. Thank you. So ta-da, here comes the genie with the solution of how this dheki pump will impact upon the low-income farmers. So the dheki pump is normally a cost of $50, and with a solar panel of $195 and yearly maintenance cost of $20, like it will divide and it will have like $44.5 for a year per hectare of land. But recently, the diesel pump, it's taking more than $203 yearly for 1 hectare of land to irrigate. So this is how we can save $158 for the poor income of farmer who have the gross national income of $487. This is how we can impact economically by implementing the dheki pump. Thank you.
Okay, how is the environmental impact here? First, with the grounding of water with diesel machine, there is going to generate erosion. With the implementation of the dheki pump, we're going to have a pretty rice field, because this is not erosion, and it takes water to it. The arsenic-caused burns are going to decrease, and maybe we're going to increase the health of these farmers over there in Bangladesh. From taking polluted waters to irrigate the fields, they're going to start to irrigate with a cleaner water from the riverside. Also, the social impact is going to increase because there is going to be a creation of jobs for the maintenance of the dheki pump. Then there's going to be another activities like the maintenance and maybe the pumpers. The ones who are going to sit there and pump, there's a new job created. And this is going to advance from dependency of the diesel pump and the fuel expensive to the self-sustainability that the village can create using the dheki pump. So how are we going to make the dheki pump possible? First is the fusion. We're trying to convince JICA to give a loan to NGOs and BOB businesses, for example, like Silent, to persuade religious leaders and local government to persuade villagers to really use the dheki pump. This is going to create environmental impact and social impact at the same time. Also, using the dheki pump is going to generate a new job, as I say. So the non-pumpers are going to pay to the pumpers for the pumped water that they're going to have to the riverside. And of course, this is going to be more cheaper than the fuel that they actually are using for grounding water. In Bangladesh culture, we need to make clear this. River is for everyone, so there's not going to be any conflict created over there for the using of the pump. So the maintenance of the dheki pump, villagers are going to learn through NGOs and BOP businesses how to do maintenance for this dheki pump. But this is going to create a new jobs, as we have said. So we appreciate your valuable feedback and comment. We hope you really like it.
Is there any questions for them? You have 5 minutes for question time.
Because dheki, the word comes from the traditional tool that the villagers already use in their day-to-day life to grind rice. That tool is called dheki in Bangla. So we have used it as a brand name.
So can I have some additional things? So why we chose this name was that this sounds really familiar to the villagers. That's our point. Thank you.
Yes, please. Adam.
Excuse me, could you repeat the question, please? Well, because I believe that like the capital expenditure of this equipment, or we could say the basic investment is not that high. It could be like provided by local companies. In addition to that, they're already using expensive diesel machines. The first point is that the dheki pump will be less expensive to buy than the diesel machine and have lower maintenance and operation costs on the long run. Thank you for your question.
Again, can I have more talk? There is some examples that the existing companies are contributing to the agricultural development like this. You can see the Ceylon water solution. It's the logo on the NGOs and the next to the NGOs and BOP businesses. This is the multinational company existing here. And also the Japanese companies like Yamaha Motor, we have example. They have they have produced some products and did some education to the villagers in Africa. Thank you.
Any other questions? Is it all clear? Okay.
If these pumps spread all over the among the farmers, and all farmers want to extract water from one large river or lake or water resource in further areas, I think it might lead to environmental disruption. How do you control the water use of the farmers?
Okay, just thank you for your question. Allow me to understand the question clearly. You mean how to distribute the water usage or distribute the water quantities between farmers? Okay. In Bangladesh culture, they have this saying that the river is for everyone. Okay. But before the dheki pump, like the cost of pumping the water from the river, like for a field which is far from the side of the river, is really costly through the pumping cost. That's why people on the far sides of the river use groundwater, because it will be much less expensive to extract. I believe that this is the dheki pump, as you see here. It could be like transport water from the river using the already existing channel in the paddy fields. And I believe that we have a slope in the paddy fields which could be used to as a gravity, use the gravity to enhance the performance. We could also put, like you suggested, that will be some basins in this field. Okay, so we could use another dheki pump to pump the water or transport it to the far fields. It's like creating an artificial wells for the farmers in the far side, so they like extract water from those artificial wells instead of taking this poisonous water from the ground waters.
In addition to that, I would like to say that one dheki pump has the capacity of irrigating a field of 1 hectare, which is equal to 10,000 meters square. So within that 1 hectare, the farmers who have lands, we will educate them with a civic education and make groups to form so that they will have the mutual understanding of irrigating and helping each other with using the dheki pump and irrigating the water, so there will be no conflict. Thank you.
Okay, time's up. Okay, so thank you, Sakura, for nice presentation.
Thank you very much.